Welcome to the third episode of our Washington Commanders franchise rebuild. As you can see, our draft and free agency additions brought us up to an 83 overall, which is about 5 to 6 points higher than it was last episode. And also last episode, we made some tough decisions in free agency and the draft. In free agency, we drafted Levante David, Kirk Cousins, Andrew Norwell, Connor Williams, Sion Takitaki, and more. We also re-signed Kamren Kurl on a big extension and brought back Kendall Fuller for one more season at corner. After we completed free agency, we hit the draft hard, and after careful consideration on trading back and sticking with Sam Howell, we ended up drafting quarterback Lance Klein, 4th overall. He was the second quarterback taken in the draft. Because of that move, we ended up taking Sam Howell and trading him to the Titans for cornerback Caleb Farley and a 7th round pick. The thoughts behind Caleb Farley is he is entering the last year on his rookie deal, but he has a star depth trait and only 25 years old. I think it's somebody that we can kind of extend and maybe nurture him to a more solid role in the defense. Now, Lance Klein has Kirk Cousins as a mentor this season, but with Lance Klein entering the NFL with a hidden depth trait and already at a 75 overall, I think we're going to probably end up starting him out of the gate. Sorry, Kirk. We also drafted Justice Mann, outside linebacker, right end Cotton Barkley, and left guard Will Woodley. All of these guys have hidden depth traits as well. And a few more honorable mentions that we drafted that I think could make an impact this season are tight end Chris Van Dyke, receiver Alex Pierce, outside linebacker Zachary Stevens and Manny Bell, right end Jonathan Rathman, and running back Danny Candidate. Entering this week's episode, we just went through our roster and made sure our outside linebackers, offensive line, and defensive ends were all assigned to the right side that fits our scheme and their attributes. We then went into our depth chart and made sure our hidden depth players were going to get majority of the workload during the preseason and get to start in regular season. As you can see, we hit training camp pretty hard. We had Lance Klein take quarterback reps. We had Brian Robinson do the rushing drill. And then we also had Michael Pittman and Johan Dotson do receiver drills amongst other players. It's kind of mixed up in there. Otherwise, we go ahead and cut our 10 players. We moved Cole Turner to the practice squad. And now we have to set our season goal. I think we made some good moves where we could win. Maybe more than I'm expecting. But I think 7's still safe. And I think we'll be lucky to hit maybe 8. I don't think we'll win a whole lot more. When it came to next season's draft, I just did random automated class. And then I went through and I picked some scouts that kind of lined up what I think we're going to need. I lean towards defensive end, outside and middle linebacker, defensive end, corner, and receiver. So that was kind of what I was thinking going into next year's draft, just for some depth and guys on the other side of what I drafted this year. And last thing we did here in preseason before we started week 1 is staff management. I went ahead and upgraded one of my talent trees for offensive coordinator. We went ahead and hit on the line for 15 points. We only had 19. Basically, it just boosts our pass block for tight ends by 1. I figured we'll probably be leaning on the run game a lot early on since we have a rookie quarterback, and since we have a rookie starting tight end, that will kind of help maybe get him a little bit more advantage. So next, we're going to look at rookie quarterbacks and where they went. Some of the guys we were looking at, we saw Rashawn Hart went to Dallas. Jacob Freeman, he went to the Dolphins. He's a 71 overall, hidden dev trait. He was a guy we were kind of looking at. It's crazy because it seems like a lot of dev traits went to these rookie quarterbacks this year. He was a second rounder, pick 21 in the draft. Let's see here. Then Miles Dotson went to the Eagles. Josh Ballmer, guy we were looking at, 66 overall. He had a hidden dev trait as well. He was someone that was like a mid-rounder. He ended up going 3rd round overall. Gene Sanborn went to the Jaguars. Dante Briscoe. I remember that name. I don't think we were really entertaining him. He went to the Jets, and he actually was an undrafted free agent. And then a big one we looked at, Rams, Jared Burton. He is 75 overall with a hidden dev trait, same as Lance Klein. He went the first round. He was actually the quarterback taken behind Lance Klein from 4 to 19. And then Christian Nielsen, he was the probably closest guy we would have got outside. I think we would have went him if we didn't get Lance Klein. 71 overall, hidden dev trait as well. And he went, let's see here, pick 31 it said. And Eric Sherman, he was the first quarterback taken. He was taken one pick before us, 74 overall with a hidden dev trait. And he picked 2. So that kind of rounds out some of the guys we were looking at. And I don't know if you guys remember, the game really was pushing us to take Danny Howard. He was an undrafted free agent. So nobody ended up drafting him. Thank God I didn't fall for it. And he was a 57 overall with a normal development trait. Can you imagine? I remember like kind of sitting there thinking like, wow, this guy could be such a steal. His elite arm strength, undrafted, I could just, get him late. Well, that would have been absolutely a disaster, especially when you see how well we've been doing. Here was the box score week 1. Almost put 600 total offensive yards. We ran for 207, passed for another 387. We had 26 first downs. We dominated, I wouldn't say dominated, we ran time of possession. Player stats. We'll just go with us first. Lance Klein, his NFL debut, 124 passer rating, 393 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had a 47-yard touchdown, took 1 sack with a 61 completion percentage. Rushing, Brian Robinson had 207 with 5.9 yards per carry. And receiving, Chris Van Dyke, our rookie tight end, stepping up, 7 catches for 164 yards and a touchdown. Michael Pittman Jr., 9 catches, 125 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then Dotson, 4 for 70 for 1 touchdown. Chris Van Dyke stepping in, player tag, day 1 starter. Huge help in this game. This game was a little strange defensively as well. We'll get to that. So yeah, take a look at this. Levante David led us in tackles, but look at tackle for a loss. Johnny Rathman, rookie, didn't expect him to step in and make such a big impact early. He had 4.5 sacks this game. And then our other rookie, Colton Barkley, had 2 sacks. So this was a huge game, kind of just from our young guys. And then Alex Kurz, another rookie, that receiver I took, he showed up with a touchdown off a punt return. So this was kind of a crazy game. I'll briefly go through the Buccaneers here. You see Christian Nielsen. He was our opponent. 2 rookies going head-to-head. He had an okay game. Nothing too crazy. They couldn't run really very well on us. Chris Godwin did have a big game. But outside of that, they barely got any sacks on me. They did. Anton Winfield Jr. did get an interception. But that was week 1. Week 2, we played the Giants. Giants beat us. This was a more down-to-earth, back-to-reality game for us. We ran for 146 and only passed for 180. Had a turnover. Time of possession they beat us on. Lance Klein, it's okay game, just like, again, this is more what I expect starting off. 231, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 5 sacks this week, only a 55% completion percentage. Brian Robinson, though, seems to look really good in this offense so far. 5.2 yards per carry, 28 attempts, 146 yards. He had a 44-yard run. Receiving, Michael Pittman's showing up again, 5 for 79. Alex Kurz starting to make a name. He had a touchdown last week on the punt return. This week he had 4 catches, 65 yards and a touchdown. Dotson 4 for 43 and a touchdown. And Chris Van Dyke kind of leveling out a little bit. 2 receptions, 38 yards. And defensively, Deron Payne, 3 tackles for a loss. KJ Henry, 3 tackles for a loss. Kamren Kurl, 2 tackles for a loss. Jonathan Allen, 2 tackles for a loss. David and Barkley with 1 each. Payne had a sack and a half, and so did KJ Henry. And then Jamin Davis had a forced fumble, but nobody recovered it. So, again, we kind of went back to the mean here, but still promising to see some of these young guys step in and at least make plays. Week 3 against the Saints, we end up winning 35-17. We outgained them in offensive yards and passing yards and first downs. They had 3 turnovers as well. That was pretty much instrumental in our win. Go ahead and jump into the player stats. Lance Klein, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 130 passer rating. He did take a sack, but he had a 74% completion percentage. Brian Robinson, falling down a little bit from previous weeks, 19 attempts, 81 yards, 4.3 yards per carry. And we started to see more rotation, which is good. I was getting a little worried on some of the substitutions, but Jared Patterson had 8 for 21. And then Lance Klein had a couple scrambles as well. Brian Robinson also had 2 touchdowns, by the way. Receiving, Michael Pittman, 7 catches, 101 yards, 14.4 yards per reception, and a touchdown. Dotson had a touchdown off 3 for 36. Diami Brown had 2 for 27. Chris Van Dyke, 3 for 26. Curse, 2 for 16. Jump into defense. KJ Henry had 1 sack. And then Levante David had an interception, and Derek Forrest had an interception. And then we had a fumble recovery by KJ Henry as well, and a forced fumble. So KJ Henry had a huge game. So that was really impactful. Go briefly through Derek Carr's stats. Kamren, 8 on us. Something to keep an eye out on. And then week 4, we played the Cardinals. We won this game too. We squeaked one out. We beat them in offensive yards, passing yards. Season low offensive rush for us. They had more first downs than us, but we did have a turnover. We played against Eric Sherman, the number 2 overall. It's pretty interesting how many young quarterbacks we've played already from this draft. Eric Sherman was taken right before us by 2 picks. He had a good game, 255, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 67% completion percentage. James Conner ran on us a little bit, nothing too crazy, 15 for 61. Receiving, we held them under 100 yards as well. Michael Wilson had the best game out of their receivers. Defensively, no sacks on us, no interceptions on us. They did have a fumble though, Dane Jackson. Lance Klein, 127 passer rating, 315 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions with a 71 passer completion percentage. Brian Robinson, 3.5 yards per carry. He's had a rough couple of weeks after some extremely good weeks. Receiving, Michael Pittman had 12 catches for 180 yards, 15 yards per reception. Alex Kurz, our rookie, had 4 receptions, 67 yards, with an average of 16.8 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns. This guy is really making an impact early, and he was just a normal dev trait. I honestly expected him to just kind of make impact on special teams, so it's nice to see him really carving out a role in this offense. Johan Dotson, 3 catches, 24 yards, and Chris Van Dyke did get a touchdown off 2 catches. He's kind of fallen from that first week explosive play. And then last but not least in these games, defensively, Jonathan Allen had 3 tackles for a loss, and Deron Payne had a sack and a half, and Mathis had a sack as well. And then we had 3 pass deflections, no fumbles. So yeah, that rounds out what we were dealing with so far this year. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to broadcast the next week's game against the Browns. All right, it is week 5. We are making our way through the season. We're going up against Cleveland Browns, and I am going to watch this game because I do think it is a big matchup. We have 1 win up on the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett has 12 tackles, 4 for a loss, 1 sack. He is our top threat for the game. Browns struggling a little bit so far this season, where we're doing pretty well. To be fair, we haven't played a lot of elite teams though, so I do expect these numbers to come down a little bit at the very least. Let's kind of go ahead and look at who the Browns have played so far this year, just to kind of get an idea of what they've been dealing with here. So yeah, they beat the Raiders, they lost to the Jaguars, lost to the Bengals, beat the Ravens. So that is a tough little schedule these last 3 games. So this could be an interesting game. This could be one that's humbling, where this one could be one that's like, okay, no, we are for real. It's kind of how I view this game. That's why I want to watch it. We're going to go ahead, and I also want to look at some of the stats so far this season. We already know how we're doing on those, but some of the player stats. So far, Lance Klein has 12 touchdowns and 2 interceptions 5 games in, with 1,100 yards, 65% completion. Brian Robinson sitting at 93 attempts, 5.1 yards per carry, 472 yards, 3 touchdowns. Our offense is humming. Pittman, I mean, I can't be more pleased so far on how the offense and the defense honestly are playing, especially the offense. I mean, Jonathan Allen has 11 tackles for loss. That's insane. Insane. QB sacks, Rathman has still the team lead, and it's all in 1 game. Interceptions, we got 3. Linebackers and safety. So we are doing pretty well, to say the least. Again, we played some easy teams. Let's kind of look how we stack up in the NFL as far as this stuff. Jonathan Allen leading with 11 tackles for a loss, with Josh Sweat, Dalvin Tomlinson. Let's go ahead and look at the receiving. Michael Pittman's leading the NFL in yards and catches already. Rishi Bryce, wow, look at that run after catch yards. He's a problem. He's going to be a problem. And then rushing, Brian Robinson leading as well. He's still top 5, it looks like, in yards per carry for some of these bigger backs, but and then Lance Klein, second in the NFL right now with his yards. Let's look at his rating. He's second in rating as well. We got a star on our hands, boys and girls and theys and thems and he's and she's and these and D's and D's nuts. Hold on. Burnt my arm in some oil, cooking, of course. Okay, cool. I think we're ready to go. We kind of went through some of the things in the last stream. So we're going to go ahead and play this game. We're going to play the full game. It is the Commanders 81 overall versus the Cleveland Browns going into Cleveland. This is a big early game in my opinion. That's why we're playing it. I think this kind of helps us see where we really sit. And here we go. We got the Cleveland Browns. I'm from Toledo, Ohio myself, so I'm very familiar with Cleveland. Michael Pittman Jr. is our star to watch today. Oh no, the Touchinator, the Rapinator. Bill Cosby at quarterback. That makes me feel better actually about this game because he's been trash. So. All right, Commanders versus the Browns. Let's go. We play this as like watching a GM, but you know, we are the coach, technically the role. Another way to look at it, I guess, is you could say that we are kind of like a Belichick type coach where we don't call plays, we just, you know, manage. That being said, I don't step in and it's like, oh, we're going for it here and there. I guess I could start doing that, but I don't really have a lot of interest, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and get this simulation going. Jump forward to the end of the game, and it looks like we're going to get the ball at half, so we're going to kick it to the ugly Keebler Elves, and the Browns are going to return this. They're going to take it and get at the 20. I do actually want to take a second here to, we got a man down on the field. We're going to pause it here in a second. I want to go through the Cleveland Brown roster just so I can call this. Up the middle, Nick Chubb, -1 yards. That was a stop by Jonathan Allen. So, Browns got Deshaun Watson under center. Nick Chubb, Jerome Ford. They have Amari Cooper, number 2. Jared Claxton, he's a rookie, number 89. And Elijah Moore, number 8. David Njoku, 85, had a huge year last year. Zach Thomas, their rookie tight end, at 65. And then defensively, we're looking at pretty mid. Great edge rushers. They got Zavarius Smith too. Offensive line, pretty solid. Better than what we've usually been playing. Left outside linebacker weak, middle linebacker weak. Their linebackers overall aren't nothing too worrying. They do have a very good secondary overall. So this could be an interesting game. So let's go ahead and get back to where we were. We're going to watch this game unfold. And it is 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss by Nick Chubb. Deshaun Watson empty back in the gun. Deshaun Watson snaps it, going to his progression, throwing it to the right side, and it is way out of bounds, overthrown. Intended target Amari Cooper. 3rd and 11 in this early game. Chubb to his left, his right. Watson drops back, throws it down the middle, way past the line, and it is caught. Diving catch by his rookie receiver, Claxton, for a 29-yard gain. And that's exactly what they want to see from the young rookie. Just beats his man. I got cancer. Anyways, 1st and 10 at the midfield. Watson attempting to get the other team offsides, hikes the ball, throws it, got his man, he misses him. Njoku had the jump on Forrest, but ball just didn't get there in time. 2nd and 10, midfield still. Drops back, hands it off to Chubb. Second carry of the game. He gets about 5 yards there. Kamren Kurl with the tackle. Watson empty back, hikes it, looking, goes through progression all the time in the world, finds this guy deep pass, and he almost had him. Trying to see if they can keep the success they've had so far this year going. As I mentioned before, Lance Klein, 2nd in the NFL with passing. But this is a secondary they haven't played against yet. And there's pass rushers, so we'll see what happens. They're going to go with the draw play out the gate. And it is stopped. Patterson with a 1-yard rush. Third and 4, you hear the dog pound barking. 3rd and 4, drop back, throw it out left, and he just overthrows his guy. Chubb in the backfield. Chubb's going to take the ball. He's going to go out left, wrapped up. And we have an injury timeout, Zach Thomas. That was a 2-yard gain on the play. Second and 8. Deshaun Watson out back, snaps the ball, going through his progressions, has some time, decides to just run right into the back of his offensive lineman and gives Washington basically a sack. He didn't really need to do that. Ever since he touched those girls, or more so those girls touched him, he hasn't been the same player. 3rd and 13, and he just, again, makes a questionable call in the pocket, takes the sack by rookie Colton Barkley. 4th and very long. They're definitely going to punt this one. Barkley just beat his man on the edge there. I really put this more on Watson, though. He ran right into him. First and 10. Two backs. They're going to do the lead block. They're going to take the power, and it's going to go up, and he is wrapped up. His first rush of the day for Brian Robinson, 8 yards. Second and 2 on the Browns 46. Ryan takes a snap, draw play, goes up the middle, and once again that is Jared Patterson. Second and 9, shotgun, run up the middle, draw play. Didn't expect that coming. Robinson breaks the tackle, gets tripped up. That was a massive run, his best of the day so far. Lance Klein under center, takes the snap, handoff left. Brian Robinson goes around his defender, breaks tackle, breaks another tackle, gets wrapped up. 5-yard gain. Second and 5, inching their way closer and closer to the end zone. Drops back, pass to the left, just slightly overthrown as rookie tight end Chris Van Dyke. Van Dyke wanted a flag there, but he's not going to get it. Third and 5. And the gun snapped right up the middle. Tries to thread the needle. Ill-advised pass. And Denzel Ward with the interception. He gets about one of those a game, it seems like. Trying to force the ball to Dotson. He just gets the jump on him. Just didn't have enough air over him. Let's see if they can capitalize on that turnover. First and 10 on their own 20. Dropping back, Watson airing it out. Huge pass, broken up. Beetlejuice with the play. Watson so far only 1 completion on 5 attempts. Second and 10. Ball hiked. Thrown to his right. Just going to go ahead and take the tackle. Chubb breaks the tackle. Dodges another guy. Breaks another tackle. And that is why he is their guy. Huge play. 49 yards on 2 catches so far in this game for the Browns wideouts. First and 10. Tron snaps the ball. He's going to run it up the middle. Gets around, finds the hole, dives, and they're going to mark him a yard short. I'm not sure about that one, but we'll take it. I'll take it. Pause. Second and 1. Drops back. Going through his progression, rolling out left. He's just going to go ahead and take it. He's going, and he's getting wrapped up. And that was a massive run here. Second and 10. Snapped it. Fake handoff. Takes the sack. He had no time to even react. Rathman, his first sack since week 1. That's 5.5 now on the season. He wasn't expected to make a huge impact going into this year, even though he was probably going to be the starter at some point. Injuries helped get him on the field faster. Watson, clean pocket, rolling out right for no reason. Deep ball, and it's almost intercepted. Sucked the life out of the crowd for a second there. Not sure why he was forcing that one to his rookie. He had plenty of time, and now that's 4th and 16. Long field goal here. 52-yard attempt. Snaps good. Kicks clean, and it is good. Cleveland Browns get the first points on the board today in this game. First and 10. Josh back, going through his progressions, throws down the middle. Clean catch. Michael Pittman. Second and 10. Drops back, throws quick, just takes what the defense gives him for a quick 5-yard completion to Dotson. Getting Dotson involved. Dotson needs to have this breakout game, if you guys remember. Third and 5. Drops it, throws it, just gets it to his guy, Alex Kurl. Garrett Patterson finding his way more and more on this offense this drive, or this game. Second and 9, Brian Robinson outright, makes a guy miss, almost breaks another tackle. Huge run, 5 rushes, 46 yards, and it is second and 9. Empty backfield, Josh back, throws it to the middle. dangerous pass. Gets broken up. And it's 3rd and 9. These fans love it. They want to stop. Washington drops back, throws it. Pressure on the right side into the end zone. And it is a touchdown to Michael Pittman. Kind of loses balance forward. Not really sure what happened there on the defensive side of the ball. He looked covered, but yep. I've never seen a guy drag his toes 5 yards still inside the end zone, but it worked. Washington dropping back in coverage. Watson taking the snap, throws it to the left, and he's got a huge completion. First catch of the day for the superstar Amari Cooper. Brown, 1st and long. Watson dropping back, going through his progression, standing poised, fires it up the middle. Got his rookie yet again. Again, 4 completions on this game, but he has over 100 yards. The defense is just breaking down when they need to stand the strongest. 1st and 10. Send a guy in motion, hands it off to Chubb. Chubb cuts, goes up the middle, follows his blocker, and he almost broke one off for the touchdown there. 1st and 10. Watson throws left, first read, overthrown. Cooper. And like I said before, 11 attempts, only 4 completions, but it's been working. They really would like to get a touchdown on this drive, though. Let's see what they can do here. Hands it off to Chubb. Gets denied immediately. And that's why he gets paid the big bucks. Jonathan Allen with a loss of 1. Superstar DT here. Watson drops back, going over, stands in the pocket, throws it to the left, and he threads it. Amari Cooper, 2nd catch, 2nd first down. Another first down. They're looking to strike here. 1st and goal. Deshaun Watson takes the ball, standing, throws in the middle, wide open. Njoku, first catch is a touchdown of the day. "12 minutes in the second. We have a good ball game going on. Lance steps back, looks, throws it in the middle. He's got his rookie tight end up the middle. Huge pass of his own. Snap, fake, play action to Patterson. Throws it out left to the flat. It is another catch, Chris Curse. I'm sorry, that was not a flat. That was just an in route. Through the middle, Curse showing to be really reliable. I don't think when they drafted him, they expected him to come up with so many offensive plays so early in the season. Klein saying it's his fault. Must have missed something. And they're stacking the box. 3rd and 6, they drop back into coverage. He's going to take the sack from Myles Garrett. What a massive play. So far, they've had a pretty successful young season. Coming out the gate with 3 wins. Nick Chubb takes the draw play up the middle, out right. Stiff arms a guy. Gets tackled for the first down. 2nd and 10 on their own 33. Empty backfield. In the gun. Snaps it. Watson going through, throws it out. Oh my goodness gracious. How did he catch that? They were David Bell, 32-yard completion, and they were just giving up chunk plays in the secondary today. I mean, look at this catch though. David Bell, he bobbles it for a second, it looked like, but he was able to hold on, get out of bounds. Empty backfield, 4 out right. Deshaun Watson snaps it, going through his progression, starting to panic, tries to dodge the defensive tackle, does not. And Devon Payne gets his first sack on the day. That is Washington's 4th sack already. So the up front's doing a pretty good job on the pass rush, but that's really all I can say on this defense so far this game. Empty backfield, Watson, 3rd and 15. He's going to take another sack. And Taki with the Saki. All they need is a field goal to tie the game up, but obviously they're going to be looking to tack on 7 here. Backfield, Brian Robinson up the middle, 1 yard. Both teams sit similar in the rushing yards and passing. Lance throws it quick underneath to the rookie Chris Van Dyke. Caught the defense by surprise there. Makes third and more manageable. Third and short. Let's see what they decide to do here. Snap it, draw play, and they did not fool anyone. Brian Robinson stopped behind. Single back formation. Looks like it's going to be a run up the middle by Chubb. He gets the jump on the defensive line and gets a nice 9-yard run. And when he gets that ball, if you notice, he has a burst that he just punches through whatever hole, and that's why he's been super successful in the league for years. Fake handoff. Watson's nobody open. He's going to take it himself. He's going to dodge one guy, and he is hurt on that scramble, but he did get the first down. Hope it was worth it. 2nd and 5. Handoff, fake. He's going to throw it left side, and he catches it. Amari Cooper Andrews throws a contested ball here. Tresson is receiver. 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. Andrews still in. Throws it to the middle. Dump pass. Throws it to Njoku. Gets tackled right at the line. They're going to mark it short. Njoku not too happy. Thinks he got the first down there. Nonetheless, 2nd and inches. Time's ticking. Cleveland looking to put some points up before they give it to Washington at half. They're going to drop back, feeling the pressure. It's a screen play. Chubb's going to make a guy miss. He's going to get wrapped up at the 10. Run the clock on him. Interesting. Andrews drops back, going through his progressions all the time in the world. Throws it. Cooper, touchdown. And I got to say, you didn't even really notice Watson was gone on that drive. 1st and 10, 41 seconds, all 3 touchdowns. We got 3 bunch on the left, 1 outright, back outright. Looks like he's calling a hot route. It's going to be a draw play to Patterson, and that is going to be a gain of 4. Not hating the call, but I question why it was Patterson and not Robinson. And dropping back, he feels the pressure. He's going to dump it off, screen play to Robinson, and he's going to get out of bounds there. And injury timeout, waste their timeout to their lineman that doesn't even want to be on the team. And it is 2nd and 10. Looks like they need about 12 yards to be in field goal range. They're going to throw this to the flat to Patterson in the middle of the field. I keep saying flat, it's not flat. 3rd and 4, 20 seconds left. No timeouts remaining. He's going to just air this one out. And, just misses Michael Pittman. And they are down 10. And it's been a pretty close game, but it just seems like the Browns are getting the bigger plays when they need it. 1st and 10. Lance Klein in the gun, hands it off. Draw play to Brian Robinson. Gain of 4. But I just think they haven't been as consistent as they have wanted to be. Thank you, Bobby. 3rd and 6, drop back, nobody open, couldn't get the pass off. Wrapped up. That is a huge sack. Look for a turnover to really change the momentum here. But Deshaun Watson, first snap outside of half. In the right side. Throws it to David Bell again. 2nd and 9. And they're going to hand it off again to Chubb. He's going to burst, make a guy miss, stiff arm another guy, and he's going to get wrapped up within the 10 at the opponent's 7-yard line. Nick Chubb absolutely just having his way. And Levante David with the tackle. Nick Chubb showing no signs of slowing down, coming off an injury, looking like he hasn't missed a step. Get off me, pussy. Chubb over there yelling at his teammate. Get it together, I'm on fire, son. 1st and goal on the 12. Sean snaps it, going through his read, standing in the pocket. Wide open is Njoku, and Njoku just loses his footing. Watson takes it, throws it, and once again, David Bell. And it is now a 3-possession game. First and 10. Gonna run it up the middle. I like the play call. Don't panic. Plenty of time. And Lance Klein looking to make a play here. Probably just gonna run it. And they do. Brian Robinson up the middle, finds a hole, and gets a much-needed first down. Too high on the defense. Draw play, Patterson. And Patterson gets shooken up. 3rd and 11. Lance Klein's got to make something happen here. Standing in the pocket, poised, and he throws it right to the fucking linebacker, Asuwasu Kamara. And just like that, the Browns are going to get the ball back, and this is exactly what I was afraid of. Because if they score again, then this could be absolutely painful to the morale of this team. David Bell gets wrapped up after the catch, showing he is extremely reliable this game. 2nd and 2. Watson under the center. He's going to look. He's going to take a snap. Toss the ball to his right. Chubb gets it. Can't get back. No gain. Big play by the defense. 3rd and 2. And this is where teams are judged, both offensively and defensively, 3rd down situations. 3rd and 2, they're going to do a fake jet sweep, and it absolutely backfires. Levante David proving that contract was worth it. 1st and 10, they're going to go ahead and run a draw play here, and Brian Robinson shook it up now too. 3rd and 8. Big play here. Lance Klein throws it. Kurl out, and oh no! Alex Chris, the rookie, who has been so reliable, drops a wide open completion, and he knows it. 1st and 10, Watson snaps it, looking for a player down the field, and he's going to throw it deep down the sideline. Almost completed. What a play by Washington's secondary. Cleveland up 3 possessions. Deshaun Watson throws it on 3rd down, and it is picked off. What a play! And it's an injury to Jack Conklin after the interception. It is 1st and 10. They're already in opposing territory. They need to get a score here. And look at that. Robinson back in the game, up the middle. And I'll tell you what, if they can get a score here, they're back in this game. There's still a quarter left. They really need a touchdown. But it's exactly what the defense needed to dial up, and they did it. And it was the same defender that broke up the deep Amari Cooper pass that got the interception. And I don't know who it was. It's number 24, so remind me to look at that. Brian Robinson takes it up the middle, trucks a guy, gets to the first, imposing his will here. And they fake it off. He's going through, throws it to the right, wide open. Oh, it was wide open, but just couldn't get the air on it. He had his rookie tied in the corner of the end zone. And that was a play by Denzel Ward. Another big breakup this game. 2nd and 10, dropping back, going through his progressions, wide open tight end, just taking it off to the sideline, making it a bit more manageable here. 3rd and 6. Chris Van Dyke with his 4th catch today. And there is nobody in the middle of this field. Look for a slot route receiver, and he's dropping back. He's looking. He feels the pressure of Miles Garrett and just panics, throws it away. Better than taking the sack, but this leaves the offense in a weird situation. Do they go for it here? 4th and 6, and they don't. Hope they don't regret this decision here. They're going to take the points. Still helps, splits them down to a 2-touchdown game. But all in all, they got to be happy that there's some signs of life. Defense had some time to rest a little bit. Watson out in the back. Gun formation. He looks like he's going to go ahead and draw it to Chubb. Stiffs arms the guy. And a huge play. 3rd and 8. Drops back. Looking, time in the pocket. Throwing it deep. And once again, Cooper clutch. He's like, yeah, boy, I'm old, but I still got it. First and 10, midfield, 15 seconds left, and this will be the last play of the quarter. And he hikes it, hands it off to Chubb. Chubb gets tackled immediately behind the line. And Levante David is making some big stops, forcing a 3rd and long. Let's see, he gets rushed. It is a screen, though, however. And he breaks a tackle, and he does not get it. Oh, my goodness. Kamren Kurl stopping him at inches from the first down marker. And here we go. Big drive. Washington starting at their own 11. They're going to hand this off to Robinson. He cuts, takes it up the middle. Massive running play. Don't worry too much. Get your defense some rest. And they're going to play action. They're going to throw it to the right. They got a man. He gets wrapped up. Dotson. 9-yard completion. 3rd catch of the day. And it's 2nd and 1. In the gun, single backfield, he's going to throw it to the middle, gets his guy Dotson again, and that is a 1st down, and 1st and 10. Lance Klein in the gun, snapping it. It's going to be a draw play to Patterson. Patterson's biggest run of the game, 1st down, and he's banged up yet again. 2nd and 7. Cleveland's 46. Klein's gonna drop back, throw it in the middle. Absolutely smoked as he catches the ball here, but he holds on. Michael Pittman Jr. for his 3rd catch, and we got a 3rd and 3. This is a massive 3rd down here. I'd like to see them throw it. They're going to. He rolls out, throws it down, wide open. Dotson making some plays. See if they can put a touchdown on the board and make this game a little bit more interesting. 1st and 10 on the 20. Draw play up the middle. Brian Robinson following his blockers. Gets a gain of 7 here. 118 yards on the ground today. 2nd and 3. They don't like what they see. They're going to try to shift into something more favorable. Pass coverage looks tight. And they throw it underneath for that reason. Rookie Chris Van Dyke with the catch. His 5th catch of the day. And now it's 1st and goal. They're keeping the tempo. 2 back. And they're going to hike this, run it to Robinson out the right, and he breaks a tackle. Somehow, wow, gets it to the 2-yard line. It looked like that was going to get stuffed at the line. I would just look for him to run it here again. Robinson, only back in the backfield. He's going to take it, and he is stopped at the line for no gain. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. I think you go ahead and run it again. And they won't. They're going to do a quick pass. Wide open. Johan Dotson. Absolutely making all the big catches this drive. Showing that he can stand on his own. Looking to break out here and get his depth trait. And you can't get more wide open than that in the NFL. And they're playing deep shell. And it is 1st and 10. They're going to just go ahead and fake it, play action. They're going to throw it to Njoku, who's going to get touched quick, and he is down at the 7. Lost to David on the tackle. 2nd and 7 on their own 21. Dotson's going to hike it. They're going to fake it, play action. He's looking. He's going to take it. He gets wrapped up for a huge sack by Colton Barkley. His 2nd sack of the day. And this is exactly what I was talking about. These sacks are what they need. 2 deep safeties. It's 3rd and 12. Watson's going to snap it, feel the pressure up the middle, run it. Chubb gets it, gets touched, but he dodges, tricks another guy, and what started off as a disaster, he ended up getting some yards, but it's not enough. And the Commanders, once again, showing up on defense here in the 4th quarter. Legacy drive here early in his career, Lance Klein. Playing from behind. He's going to throw it up the middle, tight end, wide open. Van Dyke gets the 1st down on a 6th catch today for 53 yards. 10. Not super thrilled with some of this play calling. 3rd and 10. They're going to throw it wide open at Michael Pittman. Finally showing up. It's been a while since we've heard from him, since the first quarter. Greg Newsome, the second, gets the tackle, and that is a major conversion. And going back on the last drive, those 3rd downs are what's going to tell the difference of this game. And it's 1st and 10. I'm looking for them to, they're still not going to run it. Drop back, he's going to throw it. Got his guy for the quick throw. 6 yards, they're just dinking and dunking, all they need to do. Logan Thomas was his first catch. Klein throws it, and he gets it at the 1st down. I gotta be honest, that did not. Running, Lance Klein throwing it underneath. Got Brian Robinson, makes the guy miss. 1st down, and this offense is humming all of a sudden. Washington 17, Cleveland 24. 2 minutes approaching the deadline here. 2 backs, split, throw it, and that is what happens. 2-minute warning, 2nd and long. So we'll see what they do. That was a huge, huge, huge play by the defense. Lance Klein looking, taking what the defense gives him, gets his hard end out of bounds. 3rd and 6, and this is 4-down territory. Lance Klein showing why he was a 1st-round pick, surgically going through the defense, throws it out to the right, gets the 1st down once again. Chris Van Dyke showing up in big moments. This is reminiscent of week 1, if you remember. 1st and goal, 1:51 left, clock stops. And they're going to go ahead and run this to Robinson. He's going to follow his blocker, and he stopped at the 1. It looked like he got it. They're going to let this clock run anyway, which I think is actually beneficial because there's a lot of clock still left. Robinson's going to get the touchdown. What a game. Down 3 possessions, 24-7. And the Browns haven't had an answer this entire 4th quarter. We're going to go ahead and get a field goal here to tie this game up, and they do. 24-24, 13 plays, 70 yards. Watson seeing if this contract was worth it in moments like this. 3 years removed from the Texans, and Watson's going to throw it, and it's intercepted. It is intercepted by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Massive game last week. Massive play this week. And that might have been all she wrote here. We're going to see what the Commanders can do, but they have the ball already in field goal position. Browns do have all 3 of their timeouts. And now it's 3rd and 8. This is a must-stop for the Cleveland defense. And they're going to run it to Robinson. He's going to get wrapped up. 4th and 3. They're going to kick the field goal. They'll take the lead with 1 minute and 9 remaining in this game. The snap is good. Kick. And it's good! Washington coming behind. I can't help but feel, but the life is sucked out of this crowd and this team. 1st and 10 on the 25. Watson takes a snap, looking for his options. Rolling out right, rolls past the defender, airs it out deep, and it's intercepted again! Fuller with his interception, the first interception of the game. And that's all she wrote, folks. He said, fuck it, he up there somewhere. And Fuller said, how about that? And just like that, the Commanders, wow, what a game. Lance Klein in his young career. And they're just going to go in victory formation here and take the knee. We'll probably get one more of those. Washington had more offense, more rushing yards. Browns had more passing yards, barely. First down story, which I thought would dictate the game, get to the Commanders. Third down conversion was really rough, but they found a lot of success in the second half of that game. I think we only had probably 2 or 3 conversions going into the fourth quarter for the game. I could be wrong on that. So that ended up being what really helped us, on top of obviously the turnovers. The turnovers kind of just helped seal the game. Player stats here. We're going to go ahead and just start with the Browns. Watson, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 55% incompletion. On the ground, we allowed Chubb 4.3 yards a carry, receiving 86 yards to Cooper. Again, bend not break defense. Defensively, I don't really care about that. We're going to go to Commanders. Passing, Lance Klein, 74% rating, 61 completions, 2 for 2 on touchdown interception ratio. Had a rough game until that last half, and his stats don't really show a lot, but he made some big throws. Brian Robinson absolutely dominated this game on the other end here. 26 attempts, 134 yards, 51 yards per touch with a touchdown, 6 broken tackles. Receiving the ball, Chris Van Dyke, really big plays at the end of this game after some 3 drops early. It was looking like a rough day for him, and he ended up coming on some just major moments. Dotson just as much. And Pittman obviously had the touchdown and a big play as well. So as far as defensively, Colton Barkley had 4 tackles for a loss. Justin Mann, 3 tackles for a loss. David, 3. Jonathan Allen, 3. Jamin Davis, 3. Cameron Kurl led the team in tackles. Quarterback sacks, Colton Barkley had 2. Taki had 1. Daron Payne had 1. Rothman had 1. And Jonathan Allen had 1. And Beetlejuice, number 25, not number 24, had a big game. He had an interception that really helped change the tide, and I gotta be honest, he had a deflection. I don't know why it's not registered. He broke up that big Cooper pass down the field where he had him beat. So I'm absolutely ecstatic about this team. I can't be more pleased, and obviously there's a lot of season left. Anything could happen, but it's hard to be level-headed in moments like that. That was a huge win against a solid Browns team. They're questioning Lance plays, but I'm happy. I don't care. I thought he did what he needed to do as a young rookie in his 5th game. We do have a new injury. It is Sam Cosmi torn his labrum. 4 weeks. That's rough on a contract year. But we will get him back. We do have a bye week. We're going to go ahead and advance this week here. And that will do it for today's episode. Appreciate you guys sticking with me and going through this experience with me. Next week, I will make sure the audio is adjusted accordingly to the crowd and my voice, so it's a little bit clearer. We play the Titans. Probably going to simulate that game, but I know we got a handful of division games coming up, so we're going to catch most, if not all of those, since we missed the first 4 weeks. Leave some ideas in the comments if you have ideas for videos or things you'd like to see me do differently in these videos. Appreciate your time. Till next time.